I'm Reverend Sharon Renee, spiritual leader for Tyler Unity Center here in Tyler, Texas. And I want to welcome you to TUC Happenings. We have a lot of stuff that's happening, a lot of stuff that we're going over today. And I'm going to give you a brief outline of what that is. And there's so much that I have to keep notes today so I don't forget anything. So we're going to talk about the ongoing series right now of Soup, Science, and Spirituality. We're going to talk about Pet Blessing Sunday. We're going to talk about an event that we're doing, Messages from the Other Side. We're going to talk about Sunday's topic. We're going to mention the fact that we are hiring. And we're going to talk about smudging, the art of smudging. So we've got all of those things to go over and have my note in front of me so I don't leave anything out. All right. So let's start with Soup, Science, and Spirituality. It is again tonight. This is the second week of that 5-week series, and it is focused on the sacred sound of creation. Last week's video was really good, and I love how it brings spirituality and science together. That, you know, and we love when that happens because that's validating what we believe and the truths that we walk. Really good series. It starts at 4:30 for food because it's soup, science, and spirituality. So somebody will bring soup and other people bring other things. Feel free to bring something. If you don't, it's okay. We're still going to let you eat, but we eat at 4:30. At 5 o'clock, we watch the videos. There'll be 2 videos that we watch, and then we will have a discussion, and everybody will be out of here and on their way home before dark, so everybody can get home in a safe, still daylight hour, and we're excited about that. So October 4th is always considered the day for pet blessings, and since I have been here, we started the pet blessing ceremony, and I lost my words. Now, do not bring pets. We're not having pets in person. But what I'd like you to do is send us your pictures of your pets, and we're going to put a video together. And during the service, there'll be a point, like at the end of the service, we will be doing a pet blessing. I will be blessing the pets. We will enjoy watching the video of all of our pets, living or past. Send us as many pictures as you want.
No, she said send over as many pictures as you want. Someone's going to send over 1,000 pictures. I just know it.
We can make it work. It's not a problem. And you're going to send it to info@tylerunitycenter.org, and you want to put in the subject picture of my pet for pet blessing or something to that effect, or pet blessing. And so that way we know to put it in. And we're going to need that by the Thursday before the Sunday. So I don't know what that date is. So anyway, Rick will pop it up on the screen for us. All right, so the Thursday before that Sunday so that we can have that video done and ready. And preferably probably by the Wednesday. I'm not sure. I guess I need to check with the tech guy. All right, October 22nd, we're doing Messages from the Other Side by yours truly. So I will be doing Messages from the Other Side on Saturday, October 22nd. And this is where I connect with past loved ones. I want to make this really, really clear. This is a grace gift that I've had my entire life. I did this work professionally for over 30 years. I have a lot of integrity and love about what I do, and this is not a seance, this is not a conjuring, this is done through what I call the prayer process and me connecting, and loved ones come through. Now here's the thing is that everybody is not going to get something, but you get something out of it. And but when you come, it's $20 a person. The door will open at 1:15. We will start at 2, and we will not allow anyone else in after that time, because once that energy's set, and for the process that it takes for me to connect, you need to be here before that time. It's not like a wander in because you feel like it kind of thing. And once you're here, you are asked to not leave. Now that doesn't mean you can't go to the bathroom, but you are asked to not leave, because if you decide to leave, it shifts the energy, and sometimes it stops the session because it did not disconnect properly. So this is done with love, it's done with integrity. I talk a lot about prayer, I utilize prayer. It's not about giving messages that are hateful or scary or somebody hates you. It's not like that at all. And we'll talk more about that as we move on through this, as we remind you, but we are very excited to be doing it because there's been so many people that have passed over the last 2 years. And even when we had passing members during this time, and even if it wasn't COVID related, a lot of us weren't able to say goodbye. So this gives them a good opportunity to heal some grief and for some closure. And I'll talk more about it as we move on and move closer to that. But we are very excited to be able to offer you this opportunity for healing. And then Sunday's talk is on the 5 principles. So Unity has 5 principles that for Unity, and I'm not going to tell you what they are now. So if you don't know, you need to come or look them up. But we are going to talk about that because that's a Unity basic, and to understand that we are living in those 5 principles. Very important. If we talk about that we're Unity, we need to acknowledge that we are living in those 5 principles. And it's something that we always expect out of our board members, that they live those 5 principles. And as well as your minister, that they live those 5 principles. So that's Sunday's talk at 10:30 a.m. in person and Facebook Live. And if you're going to do Facebook Live, Facebook can be a little grumpy sometimes and just stop. We had that issue last week. It stopped doing whatever it did. But get on about 10 minutes early before the 10:30, because that way if you miss it, you're going to lose it. So 5 minutes early, Rick told me. All right, and so the other thing is that we are going to be hiring. Anna wants to retire, and she wants to travel and go on some awesome adventures. And we're excited for her and to do that. And so we are hiring. And the one thing, to me, a couple of things are very important about this hiring process. That you are a non-smoker and a non-vapor. Not just at work, but all of the time, because I have a nose and I know. All right. That is part of the process. You must be very fluent in QuickBooks and accounting, because that's the basis of this. So that is very important. Other than any kind of receptionist or clerical skills, that is the most important. We need somebody that is fully equipped, comfortable with the computer, knows QuickBooks, understands accounting and accounting basics, so that the training and the curve of this goes much more smoothly for all involved. So if you're interested, contact info at Tyler Unity Center or me, minister at tylerunitycenter.org for that. Now, let's go and have an adventure in the bookstore. Whoosh, whoosh. I'm magically appearing due to technology. In Spiritual Inspirations, our book and gift store. Today I want to talk about smudging and how to do it, and to also show you the things that we sell that help with that in our gift store. So we have these 3 items. So a feather, sage, and this is an abalone shell. And a lot of people just take the sage and when it's lit, just wipe it around. I know from experience that little particles can go off and you can burn a hole in your couch. So that's why the shell is good. And when you have the shell here, you can just do this, and again, it's waving that smoke. I'm going to show you how to light the sage, and I'm going to show you how this works. But why do we use it? Let's say that we're going through some emotional difficulty. We had an argument with somebody. We're feeling very stuck. To sage our environment can just make us feel lighter and cleaner. It's kind of like spring cleaning. People do their spring cleaning and they clean again in the fall, getting all prepared. This is something that you can do as needed. All right, and what it's doing is, again, setting the intention that you want things to change. So this is what it's about. It's about intention setting. This on its own is not a miracle worker, right? It's about the intentions. So we have different types of sage here in the store. And this one is just white sage, but we have different types. White sage with rosemary, white sage with roses, desert sage. I mean, we have different ones. So you take the sage stick and you light it. And I'm trying to get it. Did it run out of gas? It appears to be out of gas. And through the magic of technology, poof, I have another one. All right, so you light the sage and there, you get a little flame on it. Like that. And you just let it go for a moment because you want to make sure that you get it going. And it can burn itself out, or sometimes you blow on it. But then it's, see, so then it makes that smoky thing, and you can put it in here and use the feather to move it around. All right? So that is how you sage. It's always good to get up in every corner and crack and crevice as you move by. Now, I like to say something. All negativity must leave this space. This home is now blessed with divine love and grace. So that's something that I say. When you're done, you can reuse it. You can tamp it out. You can blow it out. But usually you need to tamp it out or even kind of lightly sprinkle it with water to get the smoking to stop. So anyway, abalone shell, sage stick that does its magic. Whoa, 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 whoa. And the feather, all available here at Spiritual Inspirations. Going over real quick what we talked about today. Soup, Science, and Spirituality every Wednesday night, 4:30 p.m. starts. Pet Blessing Sunday on October 2nd. Messages from the Other Side on October 22nd. Sunday Talk is the Unity 5 Principles. I'm excited to talk about that. And that we are hiring. Dun, dun, dun. So join us on Sunday, and feel free to take this video and the Sunday videos and share and like on Facebook. And don't forget to tithe for your spiritual food. That's how the lights stay on, and we keep doing these wonderful little episodes for your enjoyment. Have a beautiful day, and we will see you next week.